Hello, welcome to a new week. This is Mrs. Bunton, and I will be giving you a preview to the work that you will be completing this week on Canvas. We will be completing another unit on the Apex Learning Platform. So you will sign into Apex. You will click on the tutorial here called English 9. And last week we did Reading Strategies 1, so this week we're going to move to Reading Strategies 2. It's the number 4, Reading Strategies 2. You'll click on that. And remember, before you get started, you will be taking your pre-test. And it's very important that you do your best work on this pre-test, because if after the pre-test you see a score here in one of these 3 boxes, these are the modules you'll be working on this unit. If you see a score of 100, that means you do not have to complete the lessons for that module. So again, if you see a 100, you do not have to complete the lessons in the module. However, if you want to complete the lessons just as a refresher, I think that's an excellent idea, because when you're done, you will take the post-test. So you do have to know the information from each of these modules in order to do good on the post-test. But it is not required that if you get 100 on one of these, that you actually have to go through the lessons. And remember, in each module there's a test it, like a little test, mini quiz built in. So even if you wanted to go through the information but didn't want to take the little test it, that's fine too. But that's only if you get 100. So on your pre-test, do your best work so that maybe you can get 100 on one of these, and it would be something that you didn't have to do, because again, I don't want you to waste your time on something you already know. So this unit, Reading Strategies 2, will be working on Implied Main Idea as a module, Determining Author's Purpose as a module, and Summary, Analysis, and Critique as a module. Just as last week, the inferences and drawing conclusions, they were under Reading Strategies 1. Those modules, as well as these 3 here this week, are a critical foundation for you to understand, so that when you're taking a test like the FCAT 2.0 for reading, that you can be successful. So I will tell you, for last week's unit and this week's unit, it is critical that you take your time and that you understand what you're doing, because these are the foundational skills that will help you be successful on the FCAT 2.0 for reading. So when you're done with your modules, you will then take your post-test, and your grade for this week will be based on how you do on your your last test it that you take for Implied Main Idea, Determining Author's Purpose, Summary, Analysis, and Critique. So I'll take the 3 last test it scores, because you can go in and retake them, and I will average that with your post-test. And I will give you an example in this week's information, just like I did last week, in case you want to reference that again. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful week. Please reach out and call me, text me, email me if you need any help or have any questions, or just want to review something, okay? Have a great week.